Meet RedFlqre, currently voted the best PvPer on Mineplex. He's number 1 on the Micro Battles Leaderboard with 35,000 wins. Today, I'm going to be interviewing Red and asking him a series of questions to get to know him better. Make sure you stick around to the end of the video because at the end, we're going to be 1v1ing and I promise you don't want to miss it. Alright, so we're joined by Red. Red, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Micro Battles Sweat.
Micro Battles Sweat. I mean, you are number 1. We're getting rated, by the way. Alright, so to start things off, I want you to tell me about RedFlqre as a person. What do you do outside of Mineplex?
I play outside a lot, surprisingly.
You go outside a lot?
I play basketball and that's about it.
Play basketball? What position do you play?
Point guard and shooting guard.
So you're pretty important then. That's fair enough. Okay, so like going into Mineplex, why did you decide to join Mineplex then?
Mostly because like all my friends joined it and like they wanted me to play with them, so that's kind of how I got into Micro Battles and Mineplex. So
are you like the best of your friend group then? You just destroy them all? Please don't do this.
Yeah.
It's fair enough. So when did you join Mineplex? Like 2020, I think it was?
Yeah, pretty late 2020. I think it was like September.
So you've gotten over like what, 35,000 wins in less than 2 years on Micro Battles?
Yep.
Okay, so like, how do you never get bored of playing then? Because you play constantly. In 2 years, you've gotten that many wins. Do you ever just get bored? Like, what keeps you playing Mineplex?
Just other friends. Like, I do get bored a lot. Like, I've taken like a few breaks now and again, but just like other grinders who really want to play it. So I just join their party and they kind of carry me.
That makes sense. Do you ever just play by yourself anymore?
Not as much.
It's fair enough. Okay, so I mean, probably we're gonna know the answer to this, but just in case you surprise us, what's your favorite game mode on Mineplex?
Micro Battles.
Okay, yeah, I was kind of expecting that. What do you like so much about Micro Battles?
Fast-paced games. It requires a lot of PvP skill.
Yeah, no, honestly, that's what I would say. I mean, Micro Battles is like the fastest game mode on Mineplex.
Yeah, I think so. Okay,
so that's your favorite game mode, but just in general, like, what would you say is your favorite thing about the server as a whole? Like, why Mineplex and not something like the Hive?
Man, that's a good question, bro. I don't really know.
You don't know? You just play Mineplex?
Yeah, I actually don't even know, to be honest. Well, just like I said at the beginning, like friends got me into it, so I kind of just stuck with it.
Yeah, it's the same for me too. I mean, I'll admit, objectively, the Hive's probably a better server. I've just been playing Mineplex for so long, it just feels weird to go to a different server now.
Yeah, true.
Plus, like, all your accomplishments are on this server. You can't really take the 35,000 wins to a different one, so that would make sense. Alright, so you said you couldn't really tell me why you continue to play Mineplex, so maybe you'll have a lot more easier time answering this one. What's your least favorite thing about Mineplex?
The glitches, the lack of updates that they got. Like they just don't update the server a lot, and they don't really care, I don't think, to be honest.
Yeah, like, it kind of feels like they don't, huh? Alright, so if you could change one thing about Mineplex, what would it be and why?
I would definitely change like just fix all the bugs and that's it. If one thing, just fix all like the problems with the server, then it would actually be fun to play.
Yeah, that's what I would have said too. I mean, the game modes on Mineplex are actually really fun. It's just the fact that they don't work a lot.
Exactly.
So obviously you're number 1 on Micro Battles, right? You've been number 1 for a while now. Was it ever like kind of your goal to get number 1? Did you ever know you were going to be able to do that? Or is it just something that kind of happened?
When I first started playing, I saw the leaderboard and I always wanted number 1 because I feel like 15,000 was doable at the time, to be honest, because it just didn't seem like too much wins. So I just kind of stuck to that one game until I got it, and then eventually I did get it. Although I did need 20,000 wins instead of 15,000 in the end.
Wait, who did you end up passing? Was it Chris? I'm dead, by the way.
Yeah, it's Chris. It was Chris who, in the end, who I passed.
Okay, so obviously you spent a lot of time on Mineplex now. You've been here for 2 years. What would you say is your favorite memory so far on the server?
Probably getting number 1 on the Micro Battles Leaderboard.
So what was that like, though?
I don't know. It just felt really awesome because I've never in the moment it just felt weird seeing Chris not being number 1 and my name being up there. So it definitely did feel really good.
Yeah, you spent a lot of time grinding on that, and it's gonna feel good because there hasn't been a lot of number 100s. On number 100, number 1s. There's been a lot of number 100s. Okay, so you told me how it feels. How would you say, or like, how much work did that take to get to number 1?
I don't know. I mean, it definitely made me work a lot for it, but it didn't really feel that slow either because it didn't take me that long to get it. So I don't know. I averaged like 130 wins per day in like a couple hours. So like it didn't really take too long for me to get it. So just
how many hours a day were you
smooth.
playing though? Like, how many hours a day would you say you played?
Like 5 or 4, I'm pretty sure. Sometimes I'd play 7 and get like 300 or 400 for that day.
It's insane. Like the way you must be winning. You must be winning in like 10 seconds and just moving on to a different game.
Yeah, well, there was actually a live lobby back then.
That's true. They are kind of dead now. So who would you say are the top 3 PvPers on Mineplex right now? Because you play with a lot of people, right? So give me your best.
Alright. So I'm gonna say, I'm not gonna put them in order. I'm gonna say XD Lord, probably Foxgal is up there. And then I haven't really seen you play that much because you kind of disappeared for a bit. So
yeah, I'm not up there anymore at all. Not even close.
Then probably Inspire.
Oh yeah, Inspirations is really good. I mean, I kind of noticed you didn't really say yourself there, and I mean, a lot of people consider you the best at PvP. How does it feel to be considered like the number 1? Because you won the award, didn't you, for best PvP player?
Yeah, I did. I don't know, I kind of expected it, to be honest, because I've played so many hours of Micro Battles that it's just kind of like I've just gotten so good at it that it feels good to be called number 1 because I've played a lot of this game to work for it, you know.
So you feel like you kind of earned it now to be the number 1?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, okay, so a lot of people have a lot of opinions on this, and I just want to know yours. What's your opinion on the whole cheater situation at the minute on Mineplex?
I mean, it's really bad. Like the past few days I've been playing, there's been way too many hackers. Like me and XD were just playing like a few hours ago, and we encountered like 6 or 7 hackers in like maybe like an hour, but they were all like different cheaters too. It was really bad. Everyone in each game. It needs to be fixed though. Really
It does. Bad. There's just 0 anti-cheat on Mineplex. It's gotten kind of ridiculous. All right, and that's pretty much it. But before we close, obviously, since you are the number 1, I want to ask, how do you practice PvP, and what's some tips you could give people who are struggling, I guess, to become better PvPers? How would you help them?
When I first started playing, I used to work on a lot of aim. My aim was terrible at the time, like so bad. So I just kind of worked on like aiming my mouse, like different ways. Like I just looked up how to get better aim and stuff like that. Like, and then I did that. I kind of did 1 step at a time. Then after that, I did strafing. That's important in a lot of PvP games. And and that's kind of all I did. So you just gotta. The only tip I would give you is just to practice a lot.
Yeah, that's very true. Practice a lot, and I think find a server that you like. It doesn't have to be Mineplex. Like if you prefer the Hives PvP, then play that. You know. We're getting accused of cheating in the chat right now. Okay, that's pretty much it. So you ready to wreck me now?
Yeah.
All right, so that was Red. Anything you want to say before we end?
3 balls, yum.
Subscribe.